Hi. If you're on Facebook, please give me a quick comment so I can just make sure that the chat, I don't know why it doesn't work sometimes. Just pouring myself a little soda water. I'm obsessed with SodaStream. I don't know if anybody else has the sparkling water obsession, but I have it hard. And I have for like the last, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years, ever since I started like dieting back in the day, I just became addicted and in love with sparkling water. Okay. Facebook, please give me a chat if you're in there. If I don't see anything. Okay. Hello, YouTube. Sorry I'm late, everybody. I was putting all the finishing touches on my course, which is now officially live. So you can join the updated Manifesting a Specific Person workshop. It is now completely automated. You'll be able to access the information right away, today, right this moment if you want, and start working on, manifesting your relationship the way that you want it to be. Okay, I don't see any comments coming through from Facebook. So I'm going to start over Facebook. I apologize. If I don't do this, I won't be able to see any of your stuff. So I'll be right back. What a son of a... Love it. I just love it.
Oh, I forgot to take my screenshot.
Okay.
Oh, hey, babe.
We don't need to keep that. Let's just try this one more time. Okay. I feel like calling it anything again. Okay. Is this a noisy drink? Hi. Okay, come on. My cat's coming in for landing. Hi. Get your tail out of my drink, though. Okay. Okay, so, sorry, she's making me scratch her butt. You're embarrassing me. You're kidding. Hi, you're so sweet. Okay, good. Facebook is working. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Now, okay, I'm going to try to read. Does the course include a group session? Yeah, so I will be doing a monthly group chat. It'll be kind of similar to Mindset Monday, but it'll be held on Zoom. And so we'll have more, obviously it'll be a lot more exclusive and smaller. And we'll be able to kind of discuss, okay, what's working for you, what's not, like, after you've gone through the course and you're able to kind of like, I know, you're able to, sorry, I'm trying to focus, digest the information on your own and kind of like apply it to your life. And then we come together. I know, Kitty. We come together. So distracting. Okay, no. We come together on the group, once a month to discuss what's working, what's not, and you'll be able to have like personal attention from me. Hi. Okay, so let's get into this. Oh yeah, I'll just mention it now that we're kind of all fully here. The new updated automated version of the Manifest a Specific Person workshop is officially live. You can go to my website, roxytalks.com, and sign up there. You will have automatic access. You have so much hair. You will have automatic access to the course and the information, and you'll be able to dive in right away. So roxytalks.com is where you will find the Manifest a Specific Person workshop. And also bonus, if you've ever taken it before, if you've ever signed up, or if you're signed up currently to take it, you will have automatic access. So you should have already received an email with your login information. Check your spam folder if you don't see it, and if it hasn't come within the next maybe an hour, then go ahead and reach out to me. Send me a chat on my website, and I'll make sure that you're in the system for the getting right logged in. Okay. Camilla, I'm supposed to call you by your secret name, but thank you. I appreciate you and love you. Anthony says, please help. I manifested another person who isn't my SP, and we were flirting, but I think I said something that hurt him accidentally, and he won't answer me. Okay. Well, don't forget that he is you pushed out. If you decide that you said something hurtful, you were worried about it, you felt uncomfortable when you said it, and it puts you into a reality or a version of yourself where it's awkward and now he's feeling whatever, then you just need to realize that you're telling that story. You're the one manifesting him that version. You're the one manifesting it to be awkward or uncomfortable or whatever, and now decide that He doesn't care. He forgot already. He's not even worried about it. It didn't even bother him as much as it bothered you. It wasn't even a big deal. You just made a big deal out of nothing, mountain out of a molehill, not even worried about it, totally over it, totally forgot already, just not even a big deal. You kind of want to just like put your mind there anytime it pops up. No, I'm not really worried. We had a great connection. I know he's thinking about me. I know he wants to reach out. And just kind of like put yourself, oh my God, sorry. I'm trying to focus and I just have like cat hair everywhere now. Sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Now she's gone. Okay. All right. Hold on. I need to have a situations check here. Oh, fuck, sorry. My cat exploded me on camera. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Sorry, apparently this lint roller is fucking wrapped up like a fucking can of biscuits. I've never seen a lint roller that was like twisty like that. Okay, I was trying to figure that out. Okay, back to this. Oh, I have a super chat. Sorry. Just got real life going on here. Okay, Magical Journey. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. Fucking hot mess, you guys. I only got 3 hours of sleep trying to get that course finished, so if I seem spacey, that's why. It's because I had no sleep and 2 cups of coffee. And I'm just fucking going for it, man. All right, sorry. Okay, anyways, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are keeping your spirits up and making the most of this opportunity to keep your mind frame where it needs to be and not taking this opportunity to wallow in negativity or fear or worry or doubt and, keeping your head where it needs to be so that you're not adding to the overall energy of the situation around the world. Okay, I apologize for that little mini grooming session. All right. Magical Journey says, how can we respond to religious people who call us witches or people who say manifesting an SP is an immoral or bad thing? They scare me. Okay. First things first, just like the last question, you're definitely manifesting these people to respond that way. And you even, kind of proved it by the end when you said they scare me. Fear is thinly veiled expectation. The things that we fear are things that we think are logical next steps. So underneath it all, it's an expectation of that thing to happen, which of course our expectations manifest. So fearing something is like the last thing you want to do because that's how you get it, is by fearing it. So first things first, there's nothing to be scared about. They're just misinformed. We let them know that the Bible, Jesus himself, was here to teach us about manifesting, and he did. And they can look it up in their book and find all kinds of information about how to manifest in the Bible. Also let them, maybe not to let them know, but just to ease your own mind, praying and manifesting are the same thing. And, talking to God is the same thing as talking to the universe or whatever. And it's all the same stuff, okay? There was not a bunch of different creators creating humans and whatever life is. It came from one place, right? So at the end of the day, all the gods are the same God, all the religions are the same religion, and if anybody is coming at you weird, it's because you probably expect them to, you fear they will, you don't want them to, you don't want it anywhere near you, so you push it away. And as long as you remind yourself, you know what, I'm not really worried about that, I want to let them discover it, I'm really proud of them, they're figuring it out, let them have their own discovery, let them come to the conclusion that you've been right all along. That's what I do. When someone disagrees with me, and when I catch myself trying not to react, I'm like, you know what? They're just going to come back and realize I've been right all along. They're going to go watch. I always tell myself they're just going to figure out I was right all along, and then, understand that I would not be angry with me or get where I was, have nice things to say. They're respectful. They're interested in your point of view. They want to learn from you. They want to hear you out and how you can explain to them why it's the same thing, why they don't need to be afraid of it. Instead of worrying about it or fearing about it, look at it as an opportunity to educate someone and share this knowledge with someone else on this planet, because everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. That's what we're doing here on Roxy Talks channel. So, oh shit, I should not have fucked with this thing on top of my head. Oh my God. I saw a meme the other day. My friend sent me a meme and it was like 78% of women reading this have a weird bun on the top of their head. I was like, oh shit, guilty. Oh, is this my boo? It is. Hi, babe. Thank you so much. Okay, Caitlin, love you. Appreciate you. She says, you look bomb as always. Oh my God, I love you. You're so sweet. She said, I experienced a quantum shift and it was cool as hell, LOL. I wondered if you had this experience and what it was like noticing you shifted into a different reality. I'm trying to think back. I feel like that's, I definitely remember feeling remember telling myself that I felt that way. At this point, it's kind of hard for me to kind of get back there because it's just so much like, it's just, now it's just life. And I realize like how different, I'm a completely different version of myself than I was just maybe even 6 months ago. So I recognize it myself and kind of understand that feeling of just being like, damn, like shift has happened. The old you is just like, wow, I can't believe I used to be like that. I can't believe that used to be the way I thought. I can't believe that's the way I used to tell myself stuff. It's like, why would I even say that? So, yeah, and I'm really super proud of you. And I knew you would I always knew you'd do good. You got the right attitude. This girl has a very like, just a great model student. This is my client, but she's very much video about the Plinko, about the different categories, like listing out. She's the one who turned that into the limiting belief exercise that I adopted. So I'm gonna give you credit right now, girl. Thank you. I appreciate you. I use that. It's actually in the course. So taking the idea of mapping out what's important in your life and then making a list of all of your limiting beliefs on one side of your paper and then dumping out all the opposite opposing beliefs. That came from you, and I appreciate you because it's definitely helping tons of people. I know that, and super proud of you. I know you're going to do amazingly well, and your career is just going to blossom from here because now you know the secret to getting everything you want. And thank you for donating. Love you. Okay. Oh, we got Facebook. Okay. Is this the bottom? Oh, okay. Is this the bottom? Oh, this is the bottom. Okay. Rebecca says, I'm manifesting things for fun at the moment. Men keep popping up, not gonna lie. Love you, Roxy. Haha, I'm gonna manifest you as my friend. Same age, same mindset. LOL, quirky as hell. Where you at, girl? Are you in LA? Okay, and congratulations. Oh, and then here's Kat. Hello from San Diego. Oh, hey, girl. Just a couple hours away. Jessica, hi. Okay. Kat says, picked last or picked second, cheated on. Anything. It takes like one time of that happening for us to like, ooh, I hope that never happens again. And then the next time it happens, oh shit, that thing happened again. And now you have a cycle or a spiral or a pattern, or not a spiral, a pattern. So, just having one instance of like, oh, I hope they're not mad at me, or I hope they still like me, or like, am I whatever, or anything, noticing that they're not, being open and affectionate with you can create a new narrative of them not being affectionate. So just know that that's just the narrative you're writing, or thinking or living out, and it'll change as soon as you do. So, or, I should say, as soon as you stop expecting it that way, stop expecting, narrating your life to be that way. And you now have to describe in your mind how affectionate and cuddly and warm and caring and open and just like touchy-feely and like good feeling vibes that you get from your person or whatever. And you start to sway or worry or doubt or fear or like notice that he's not being the way you want him to. That's when it's your chance or your duty, I should say, your job to double down on, oh, he's so sweet and cuddly and kind and affectionate. I just love this relationship. We're so cute together, or whatever. Again, just whatever goes on in your mind. But you want to make sure that you're launching that thought on purpose, but especially when you're thinking the opposite or experiencing the opposite. Okay. You want to be doing that internal damage control all the time. Okay. Sabrina's on day 13th of the 30-day challenge. Congrats. Proud of you. If you're new, just let me remind everybody that the new Manifesting a Specific Person workshop just launched. It is an automated course. You will be able to dive into it right away. You can start at this very moment. It's 9 modules, lots of homework. Actually, you're getting a bonus. So I have something new coming out. I'll be talking about it next week, but you do get a sneak preview of it, the lockdown. Okay, so that's going on my website, roxytalks.com, if you want to sign up. And if you've ever signed up before, or if you're, scheduled to have a class with me, because it will still happen, but you also will have access to that, to the automated system. You should have already gotten an email with your login information. Okay. Happy Thoughts says, how can we pay money for a super chat or to donate? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so I don't know what it looks like where you're at, but there's like an icon, and it's just like a white circle with a dollar sign in the middle. Click that dollar sign, boo. And that's oh, yeah, someone answered that. Thank you guys, appreciate you. Okay, so what do we got? Lil Beck says, are you planning to do more affirmation videos? If you could do an academic one for motivation and confidence, that would be amazing. Master's is straight to me and I'd rather study law of attraction. Okay. All right. You know what? Fine. Because actually I said last week I would talk about this. This is that cliffhanger thing I've been talking about for a couple weeks. And I just referenced it 2 seconds ago and you just brought it up. So I guess it's time to announce what that is. So next week, I will be launching, me and Malachi, my producer, made an affirmations album for you guys. It is really fucking cool. It's 5 tracks and it's, they're like specific frequencies. So it kind of goes to the solfeggio frequency. So there's like 432, 528, 639, 7. So each track has its own specific kind of affirmations that talk about that frequency. It will be available on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm going to do it. Hopefully it will be out next week on YouTube since you're asking about it. So that's like coming next week and the cat's out of the bag now. So that's a big deal because this is sparking something new. And this is just the beginning of the kind of like custom track. So these are like custom producer created, me and my like brother, this person that's been producing music with me for like a decade. He and I created these basically meditation tracks, and then I did the affirmations over top. So that's coming out next week. There will be videos to them. I think that's what I'm doing all next week is those new videos. And so that I don't have an academic specific one, but at the end of the day, it's more so about knowing that you're in control and just telling yourself, hey, this is the easiest semester I've ever had. It gets easier every single day. I'm in control. My professors love me. It feels like the course material was written for me. I get this immediately. I barely have to study. I just soak up the information right away. Test taking is a breeze. My classmates love me, blah, 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 all that stuff. But also there will be stuff about, confidence and being in control and stuff like that. So that should help. Anyways, that's coming next week. I'm really excited. And I need to put that like up there right now because I need to get it on Spotify and iTunes in time. Either way, it will be out. And then you can also purchase it so you can own it and then actually play it and download it and have it. So it will be like an actual album. Danielle, thank you so much for donating. You're so sweet. She says, hey, Roxy, any advice on starting to doubt you can get the relationship you want because you get insecure / you fear being hurt because of the past, and then SP pulls away. Yeah, so the fear, like I was saying earlier, the fear of whatever it is what makes the thing you don't want come. And so it's actually the fear that brings to you the thing you fear, which is why it's so like ridiculous and like irrelevant. And it's annoying, of course, to, you being scared is like you dialing the number of it and like hoping it answers, even though you don't want it to answer. You're just like, please answer. I'm so scared, but it's more so practice and discipline. And what I really realized like over this last week of coaching is that at the end of the day, what manifesting this whole thing boils down to is discipline and awareness. What are you thinking at any given moment? And are you shutting those thoughts down every single solitary time you have them? Awareness, discipline. So when you get insecure, so what? Rewrite that story. No, you know what? I'm not really worried about that. I know this person's here for me. They're here for the long haul. They like me. They like being around me. They find me funny. They find me attractive. They enjoy our connection. I'm just making a bunch of stuff up. I would definitely do the limiting belief exercise. That's in the trigger. I can't remember the name of it. That's called something about being triggered. It's the outside of the 3 outside videos. It's the one in the middle, but I am doing more outside videos this week. And I bought brand new sunglasses for you guys. I'm so excited. I know you guys love those. So, what are we talking about? Yeah, so when the insecurities pop up, it's just your job to counter strike every single solitary time they come up in your mind. You are relentless about it. And if you're not, then you stay where you're at. So it really boils down to how much do you care about getting out of your situation. If you care a lot, then you will get at every single thought and you will insecurities and doubts because they're a bunch of bullshit. And every time that you do, you perpetuate your own cycle and patterns. And thank you, appreciate you. So doesn't matter what he does, doesn't matter how he feels. You are deciding that. So decide he's ready, he loves you, he's on board, couldn't do anything wrong. He's always going to be there, not even worried about it, not even stressing about what you're bothered about, and everything is totally fine. And you just got to keep that story alive no matter what happens or no matter how you feel or think. I know I'm jumping first, but my SP and I had a huge argument. He slept with someone else and I reacted horribly. I called him a B word and all. That's all you called him was a bitch? He is a bitch. Okay, I'm sorry. He blocked me, of course, but how do I get better results after that bad experience? Okay, well, I mean, okay. The short answer is do everything that you can to rewrite the story, ignore it, decide that it's okay, self-soothe. We're all good, everything's fine. For any version of yourself, including one of you that has already dealt with the issue. But I would suggest doing some self-work and kind of getting over that thing, because if the pain is there when you're trying to manifest this relationship and clean it up, then the pain will most likely get in the way. So I would go internal, clean up that stuff that's going on, let yourself go through the emotions of it, grieve it, be angry, be sad, whatever you have to do, just kind of like let your body purge, but don't decide that everything's fucked or everything's wrong or it's not going to work. Just make sure that we're fine, everything's okay, we're soothing, we're cleansing, we're clearing it out, we're just letting our body purge, everything's okay here. Keep your thoughts super, super tight. Don't attach meaning to the grieving or purging process, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to say your name just because of the nature of the question, but I appreciate you. It says, I want my sister to find someone who treats her great. She's had abusive relationships after abusive relationships, and she's such a good person. How can I manifest her a healthy, happy relationship? Yeah, so definitely, you're manifesting that version of her too. So I understand how hard family feels to rewrite and change and stuff, because like it's like they were that way before we even got to the planet sometimes. So I get that notion. It's the same for cultural and religious ties, things like that people think are just immovable because they're kind of like generational issues, but it's still the world you're manifesting. So let's just decide now that she only picks healthy relationships. She has a really good, she's in love with herself. She's discovering self-love. Maybe she's watching a Roxy Talks video right now. Maybe she's on the chat somewhere. We don't even know. But either way, she's figuring it out. She's falling in love with herself. She's seeing what she was doing in the past that wasn't working for her. And she's kind of healing those wounds so that she can look to the new horizon, whatever the fuck, like make all that stuff up. But that's kind of how you have to see her now and how you have to treat her, how you have to respond to her, how you have to think of her in your mind, is that she's figuring it out. We're so proud of her. She always picks the right partner. She always picks people who are healthy for her. She always makes good choices, or whatever, like that. That's, you got to switch that story up instead of, don't ever expect her again to choose someone bad, and don't ever expect her again to be in something not healthy. He treats her amazingly. You have to keep that story up. Also, and not expecting when you meet these people for them to be pieces of shit, or when you hear about them, don't go into, oh God, are they terrible? Are they this? Is she going to do this again? You can't expect that for her because she's your own manifestation. Okay. That was for Ryland. Okay, Maria says, hi, Roxy. I wanted to ask, can you love and accept yourself and still want to change your appearance at the same time? I've heard that self-love can make you lose weight, but I don't understand how those two can go hand in hand with each other. I hope you can elaborate, and thanks for making these live videos. Okay, so I would look at the belief system, because why are you equating losing weight with hating yourself? Why are you equating wanting to look at yourself? That's when you want to lose weight and look good, that's proof that you love your, I mean, obviously if it's an unhealthy way and it's masking other situations, like, obviously eating disorders are rarely about weight. So, I mean, what I mean by that is it's rarely the only reason, right? Eating disorders stem from a lack of control. So if it's, simply hating yourself and tearing yourself down, telling yourself that you're fat all the time, that you looked awful, that's not self-love, and that's not what helps you lose weight. Telling yourself that you like where you're at, putting yourself first, eating healthy, working out, putting time into making your body actually function right, that's self-love. So that kind of raises a red flag to me, because it makes me question where your mind is at in regards to self-love and how much you tear yourself down. Because I think, well, obviously you can look at it either way, but choosing to look at it as I'm choosing my health over my feelings or my habits or indulging, I'm choosing to put my body first, that's love. So yeah. And I think wanting to look better helps. When you do, it helps you love yourself even more, because you actually see the reflection of what it is. Like, I got like Botox and filler earlier this year, but I mean, if you look at my before and after pictures, you can barely notice the difference, but it's enough for me to feel better about what I had going on. And it's enough to where you're not looking in the mirror and looking for those flaws anymore, because they're just not really kind of dealt with them. So I'm not really worried about it. It's the same thing with manifesting anything else. If I'm not looking at it, if I'm not tearing it down and being like, oh, that looks like shit, if I'm just like, yeah, that's cool, then I continue to live in a reality where I feel cool about my appearance. So definitely, you don't have to look at anything the way that you always have. You don't have to look at anything the way society looks at it. You can always challenge your own beliefs. So ask yourself, why am I even saying this shit? What am I really saying here? Yeah. And I hope that answers your question. Okay. Nefertiti, thank you. Appreciate you. You're so sweet. She says, hey, beautiful. Hi. What's a typical coaching session with you like? How often do you recommend them? Super excited. Okay, thanks. So hold on. Let me lubricate my cords. The sessions are, so the first few minutes, hopefully it's only a few minutes, are spent with you explaining your story to me. Sometimes people want, I don't know what they want, justification, or maybe they just want someone to hear them out. But some people spend a little bit too much time talking about what's wrong in their lives, and that's okay. They're looking at patterns, how those things, like where those seeds were planted, so that we're able to kind of, address them. And then we talk about rewriting the story and giving you the new tools to implement it into your life and turn it into a practice. Because for me, just teaching you how to manifest or whatever is not sufficient enough. And that's not what I do. If like this power that we have is so much more than just like get an SP. It's like, do you want to be in control of your entire fucking life and have everything work out for you that you've ever wanted? Good. Issues in your patterns, because you could manifest the thing that you want all day long. If you don't deal with what pushes relationships or whatever it is away from you, money, whatever, it's never going to stay. It's never going to be healthy, because that programming is not installed. And so that's what we have to do, is install it. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions about one-on-one sessions, you can contact me on my website. RoxyTalks.com. You can also sign up for my brand new Manifesting a Specific Person workshop. It just launched today, the new version. It is completely automated. You do not have to wait 2 months to talk to me anymore. And you will be able to access the information right away. It's $100 off during the lockdown. And if you've ever signed up for the course before in the past, or you're waiting to have your class come up, you all automatically have access to it. You should have already got an email today with your login information. If you haven't, please send me a chat on my website, and I'll help you figure that out. Christina. Thank you so much for donating to the chat. She says, how do you know when you met the one? I feel like I have, but we have an on and off relationship due to our lack of resolution solving skills / communication. Okay, so it's your definition of the one. If you feel like you have, then you feel like you have. If you have, then you have. If you haven't, then you haven't. So you tell me if it's the one or not. Second, change this story to each other. We understand how to speak to each other with respect. We understand how to respond to each other. And again, we understand how to resolve things that maybe are a little bit rocky. And it's really great to have this open line of communication. I know we can trust each other. We're open with each other. We know we can bring anything to each other and the other will be accepting and welcoming and understanding of it. We're going to look at both sides of the situation honestly and equally. I mean, how do you describe a good communication? And then now that's your relationship. And so now from now on, you have to, at least up here, act as if you do have a person who's very good at communicating with you and that you guys are really, open. So when you have these situations in your mind, man, we're so good at communicating. Wow, we're really good at this. Even if you're not, even if there's like a 6-foot wall of silence between you, in your head, we're really good at this. We're figuring it out. We really communicate well. We're such a great match. Whatever. It's just very important that, especially in the tough moments, especially when the 3D world is telling you the opposite, you have to stay in the mind frame of where you need to be, because that's when you're tested. That's when you go right back to your old reality. You can manifest all day into something new, but if you entertain the old shit, you go right back to it. It's instantaneous. So don't do it. And if you catch yourself doing it, shut it down and remind yourself, no, actually everything's working out. We do have an amazing relationship. We handle these things beautifully. I can come to him for anything and he feels the same way about me. Neither of us are worried about, being open. We're both comfortable speaking our minds to each other. You're just doing like the damage control in your mind and making sure that that's what's going on in your head when you are experiencing the opposite. And that goes for absolutely anything. Okay. Okay. Jessica says, how do I stay positive when I'm scripting and being positive, but I'm waiting for results? Interesting question here, right? So what I'm hearing overall is you're trying to do the things, you're doing some of the things, but you're noticing the lack and it's pissing you off or it's bothering you, whatever. So what that tells me is that you're not doing the discipline. You're not fully aware of all of your thoughts and which ones are going on in your mind in any given moment, and nor are you shutting them down every single time, because if you were, your concern would not be about when your results would show up. Your concern would only be about framing your vocabulary, your mental responses, and your language to only shape and describe the world you want. And this is why I know, and it's not that like I'm judging you guys, I can tell right away if someone is doing the work or if they're not, because of the way that if you are doing the work, you will not phrase your questions a certain way. You just won't utter those words. So the fact that you're not figuring out how to stay positive, even though you're trying the things, just tells me that it's sounds more like it's technique for you. So I'm doing a scripting, or maybe we're doing a page of, 5 by 55, or not to like typecast it or whatever, but like to assume. This is what I'm hearing from this. It's just a small question or a short question. So I have to kind of draw conclusions here, but that to me sounds like somebody who does like, I'll sit down and do a visualization session, or like I'll say my affirmations 3 times a day, but it's not saturating all of your thoughts with the new reality, which is what it requires. So when you're doing that, you're not worried about how long it takes. And it's not about being positive. It's about keeping your mind focused in the reality that you're creating. The version of you that you want to be, the ideal version of you, has neutral thoughts during the day. It's not about 100% being positive all the time. It's about matching your thoughts up to the version that you want to be. We better hope YouTube doesn't cut that little fucking bit out, because that was gold right there. Let me just go ahead and write this down, guys, because oh yeah, Facebook is good. I just have never really worded it that way. I like to write these things down because I forget a lot of shit. I say so many fucking things throughout the day. Okay. All right. We have geez, a couple of super chats. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, Mrs. Looney says, I have manifested my SP several times and we always have a great relationship until the specific third party resurfaces. How do I change these limiting beliefs and push out the third party? So first things first, just right off the bat, you just told you right there just said exactly why, because there's a third party that always comes around, right? It is like, I can't, I don't know how else to explain a mirror, okay? It is what you say it is all the time. So if there's a woman that always, or excuse me, I'm saying something, my apologies. If there's a third party that always comes in, then you're right. There is a third party that always comes in. You're right. What else? Tell me more. Because whatever you say it is exactly what it is. I believe you. You're so right. There is a third party that always comes in. So, no, this is my person. We only have eyes for each other. Our relationship is monogamous, committed, loyal, honest, open. We trust each other. We tell each other everything. We share everything. There are no secrets. We're in it for the long haul. We're bonded. We have each other's back. Like, we're best friends. We'll always take care of each other. We're supportive, open, honest. Like, all the ideas of somebody who's loyal, how many ways can you describe your relationship that way? And then now it is. And so you have to, every time a fear of this thing that you keep affirming comes up, you know what? I'm not really worried because this relationship is super solid and it is unbreakable. Put like an energetic, like fucking like binding spell like around you guys, and just put like an energetic condom around you guys, and like you're like in there together and nothing can like penetrate it. Like ideas like that, or put like a steel wall between you or something like that just kind of obviously up here that signifies to you that there's just it's an impenetrable bond. So there's nothing that I'm really worried about. So I'm not even going to give energy to anything that would be not over here. So you just kind of have to be the absence of it, basically. Ooh, hold on, I gotta write that down too, because that's a good way of saying that. Okay. Indulging you guys. Yeah, so if there's a third party alive in you, then there's a third party alive in your world. So shut it down. And thank you. Appreciate you. And thank you, Jessica. Appreciate you as well so much. You guys are so generous. She says, I manifested a text from my ex. My intentions are to manifest our relationship again, but he still wants to learn to love himself first. We split 11 days ago. Should I give up on manifest? That took so many turns. Excuse me. That's not where I thought it was going to go. Okay, so 11 days. Not that long. Should you... I'm sorry, this is making me scratch my head. It's so interesting for me to hear someone say, should I give up after 11 days? And I have people like, should I give up after 11 months? And it's like, sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at you. It's just a new question. So, should you give up? I don't know. Should you? Like, okay. All right. Let me just stop trying to judge this question and just get to the fucking meat and potatoes of it. What are we asking here? I manifested a text from my ex. My intentions are to manifest our relationship again, but he still wants to learn to love himself first. We split 11 days ago. Should I give up on manifesting? No, you should not, because manifesting happens all the time, every single day, all day, every day. You will never not be manifesting, so don't give up on it, because that's like, it's like ignoring something that's already there. Giving up on manifesting is like, I'm just going to give up on showering. That's like what you're saying. It's like, ew. Or I'm going to give up on taking my trash out. Like, okay, that's your choice, but like, trash piles up. So there's no trash removal system. What kind of life are you living? You know, that's kind of my opinion there. But, so you're going to have to like, let this man love himself then. And now he does love himself. He figured it out. He's on his own journey. We fulfill each other. We bring out the best in each other. We push each other to be our best versions. That's where your mind has to be, not, should I give up? I want this back. I need a text message. None of that stuff is relevant. It needs to be at, our relationship is great. Our relationship is solid. We have an amazing bond. He loves himself. I love myself. We love each other. We respect each other. We help each other grow. That's it. And thank you. Ooh, Shayna. Okay. She says, just purchase the new SP workshop. After the first module, I realized I do have work to do. Oh, good. I want to hone in and fix the root issues. Yes, it is. Again, trying to manifest an SP without dealing with your underlying issues with relationships is like trying to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Shit's going to soak through eventually and probably real quick. Okay. So really think about that. And people are afraid of the work, but I get it. I've been there. It reminds me of when I wanted to learn to play the guitar, but I didn't want to learn to play the guitar. So I put it off for years, even though I'm a musician. I didn't start learning until I was 32, which is ridiculous because I've been a singer my whole life. But then once I started, it was just like, fuck yeah, man, play this fucking guitar. So same goes with this. It's start doing the damn work so the rest of your life can be amazing. What are we afraid of? Do the work first, hunker down, get through the process, get on every single thought for a few weeks, and then you will get used to it, just like any habit, and then it's second nature. Then you're just doing maintenance, and now your entire life works out. You guys have seen it happen for me. You're watching it go down. This isn't a lie. I'm not faking it. I can't, you're seeing it happen. I can't fake it. So just do it. Just do it. I get on here every week to say the same shit over and over and over again. You guys know me. I don't have the patience for that shit. If this isn't real, I would not bother. I would have moved on a long time ago because I don't like doing things I don't like doing. So if I didn't like it, and that's another reason why I'm good at this manifesting thing, is because I don't want to experience something I don't like. If I don't like it, I don't fucking want it. So I've figured out that if I don't like it in my world, then I can't have it up here, because up here is what makes it happen in my world. So if I don't like it out there, then it doesn't come up here. And that's it. It's just a rule. And I'm disciplined and I'm aware. I'm always listening to my thoughts. Sparkle says, hey, Rox, I have a serious question and I'd be more than grateful for you to answer it. I think I lost the person or need, passion. I can't read. I mean, I can read. I can't see very well. I have a beautiful 20/20 vision. Excuse me. I think I lost the passion or need for my desire, and I don't know why I just woke up suddenly not wanting it. Okay, so this is common because, well, first things first, right? Let's talk about this, all right? I don't need any water. The need for water would not happen for me in this present moment because I have a fucking abundance of it. I don't need shit, right? I don't need any water. Okay, so if I want it, I'm just going to pick it up and take a drink of it. And I'm going to go back to living my life. The same goes with whatever it is that you want. So when you find yourself no longer needing it, that's good, because if you already had it, which is the energy that you're trying to communicate to the universe, you wouldn't need it because it's right here. I have a whole bunch of it right there. Same goes with love, money, career, respect, friends, whatever the fuck it is. I don't need it because I have a whole bunch of it right here. So, I mean, do I like it? Yeah. Do I want some right now? Sure. But I still don't need it because it's right there. And so that's kind of how you want to treat everything. And so if you are feeling that way, that's a good sign. However, what happens when you're on this journey is that after you start, I'm guessing it's a person, right? I'm guessing it's a person. 95% sure it's a person, but if it's not, I apologize. What happens is that after you're manifesting for a while, you start going down the process. You start realizing oh shit, I really can't have anything that I want. Do I really want this fucking thing that I was settling for anyways? Maybe I don't. Maybe I want something better. So it's not that you can't get anything. Obviously, you can have whatever you want. So if you're finding yourself at that place where you're kind of indifferent to it, good. That's a good thing. Unless you don't want it anymore, then just fucking, I have something else now. Actually, I want something better. How about this, that, but times 100? Okay, I'll take that passion. I'm happy doing it. But if you're not, then might as well find something you are happy with. Giovanna, thank you for your astute observation. She says, most of these can I and buts, what ifs questions have the answers right where you're asking. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Kit says, Sarah says, I just started scripting again and things are unfolding so quickly and easily. I do have a question. Sometimes my SP pops up in my head. And I try to say to myself, everything is working in best case scenario. He's mine, etc. It is okay to refirm. Yeah, you're supposed to. You want to make sure that when he does when they do pop up on your 3 hours of sleep. When they do pop up on your mind, you are approaching it with this is of course their mind. Yeah, because you want to make sure you're considering them in a way that ideal version of you, which is in an ideal relationship with them, would consider them when they're on their mind, which is, yeah, I have a great person. What's next? So yes, yeah, okay. RJ says, thank you for always saying the same shit. Just know it's worth it. It finally started sticking for me. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. But at least it's working. Okay, Shanquel says, how long should you wait before manifesting more things into your life? Okay, don't wait a fucking second. Here is my answer for that is you are manifesting the seat under your ass, the fucking clothes on your body, the hair coming out of your head, the air in your lungs, the molecules around you, the walls around you. You're manifesting all of it in every single moment of every single day. So the idea that you can only manifest one thing at a time is just not accurate. So fucking don't need that one. Bye. Okay, great. Now, so what are we going to remind ourselves that, well, shit, I'm manifesting everything all at one time. I can have anything I want. And so the way, no matter what it is, you are thinking about it in a way that you'd actually like it to happen in your reality. So if it's an SP, they're on your mind only in a way that is kind, caring, affectionate, generous, attentive, honest, loyal, committed, whatever the fuck you want. That's the only way we're allowed to consider them in our minds, no matter what's happening in 3D, in our phones, in our heads, in our ears, in our hearts, whatever. It's always that, I have such a great relationship with this person. They're magnificent. Great. Whatever. What else? Sorry, what were we talking about? Fuck. I completely just like, oh, there it is. Okay. How long should you wait? So then, okay, great. If money pops up on our minds, yeah, absolutely. Money's always flowing. It comes every single day, thousands of dollars every single day, always flowing, super abundant, random different sources all the time. Can't even spend it before more money comes. Money always, whatever. Health, yeah, of course. Fucking bodies. I visualize my bones being made out of steel, or titanium. I visualize my hair being made out of individual strands of steel, my teeth being made out of steel. Like, I always do a visual or like mental flush of my body and like push toxins out and just kind of like make sure I'm viewing it to be like in tip top shape. Whatever it is, it's like, if it comes up on your mind, you must frame the topic, the thought, the fear, the worry, the doubt, the insecurity, anything, whatever it is, in a way that works for you. So it's like I talked in last week's video, you're doing like a damage control. You're always doing this internal damage control, like you're your own little publicist. So you don't need to wait at all. It's just that, decide what it is that you want, write out a new story, write it out on paper. This is how my relationships unfold. This is how my coworkers treat me. This is how my bosses treat me. This is how work goes for me. This is how my career is. This is how money comes to me. This is how I feel about myself. This is how my powers are manifesting. Now that's your new world. Now you must be that version now in order for it to kind of fall to you in the physical reality. So that version of you that you decide to be on that list or that piece of paper now obviously doesn't have money problems. So if money comes up, yeah, cool, pay the whole bill. I'm not even worried about it. Let's go shopping. Even if you can't, you still must up here be acting like you can, so that you're not sending off the message that I can't have that, or that's too expensive, or I can't afford that, or money is hard, or this is. Even if you got $2 in your bank, you don't need to fucking acknowledge it. The $2 is the $2. So whether it's like, oh, I can't go shopping, I'm in the account, right? So that's why you always want to be shaping the story in your mind and reacting to things up here the way you want them to go, so that the 3D world can start to fill in that story for you. And don't limit yourself to anything. If you decide you want something, cool, now that's part of the story. Now I have that. Like, for instance, a couple months ago, my friend was saying how she always wanted a pony. I was like, oh my God, now I want one too. Thanks, I'm taking your thing. So now I want a pony now. It's on my list, and I'll have a pony someday. It'll be great. What else? Okay. Sorry, the coffee is, I had two. I usually don't have two. I had to cut back. Okay. Oh, Rosanna, she says, halfway through the first exercise from the SP workshop, which I am using for love, career, and money. So excited. I trust you. Thanks, Boo. I know you're going to do really good. Yeah, and I like that you mentioned the fact that you're putting it onto career and money too, because even though it is like SP oriented, energy is energy. You can use the info in that course for anything. But, you know, and actually when you're doing the module, like I don't limit like the homework and stuff. When you're doing the work, I'm not limiting it to just love. So you are able to kind of work on everything. Obviously, I just talked about that. You always want to work on everything at once, but there is room to just kind of do everything in it. So super glad you're enjoying it. The SP workshop is live. If you haven't heard, the automated version is live it's at roxytalks.com. Click the SP workshop tab and that'll take you right there. And you'll be able to access it immediately, get started right away, and spend this whole time on lockdown getting your relationships like up to par. And no judges, but you know y'all need it. All right, what's next? Okay. Susanna says, my teenage daughter stayed up at my hubby's and third party's house. She's now crocheting things because third party taught her that. My daughter is 18. Any advice, please, Roxy? I'm broken. Okay. Okay, this is a little hard because I want to give you a little bit of tough love here, but I also want to be gentle because I understand that you're in pain. But at the same time, like, be happy for your daughter. She has an abundance of people that love her, and be thankful it's not some fucking bitch that's mistreating her, you know? And like, for every situation we're talking about on Mindset Monday ever, one thing is in common for every single thing that you guys are asking and talking about it, and it's that for sure you're looking at the situation not in the right way, or at least not in a productive way, a way that works for you. So we need to start looking at it from a different angle. Like, I'm so lucky I have an incredible co-parent who loves my daughter, treats her with respect, teaches her things, and they're not out there just letting her sit on the iPad, or she's not sitting on the internet all day. Like, she's teaching her a nice skill. They're having bonding moments. Like, that's something beautiful. So there's nothing to be broken about, okay? And I understand the pain of it, right? I get it. But the pain and being broken is only going to keep you broken. It's not going to fix anything. So you're going to have to start looking for the love and the positive things that you can do in this situation to start turning your mind around. And that's what you have to do. You have to overhaul the whole situation in your mind. From now on, it's nice that he had a little break or whatever and went to this person, but he's ready to come back, and we're excited for our relationship to get back on track. And it's like we never skipped a beat. And you got to do your best to cut the resentment and the anger and the jealousy and the pain, because that it doesn't call in love. I think none of that brings what you want to you, right? So you're going to have to find a way to start making peace in your mind with telling a new story and being really in that story. And no matter what happens, you have to control the narrative in your mind and decide, you know what, I'm okay with this because only good things are happening. This is working out in our favor. This is only working out for our benefit, and things are only going to get better because of this. And if it's not that story, then it's not that story, is it? You know, you're living it. So it's discipline and awareness. What story are you telling? And making sure that if you're not telling that story, you shut it down and tell that story again every time. Sunny, thank you so much for donating. You're very sweet. Appreciate you. Sending love and prosperity to you and collective. Happy Easter. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Happy Easter, everybody. Sorry, I honestly totally forgot about Easter. So my mom sent me like a text yesterday, but every day has just been like, you know, it's like one long fucking day. It's just all blending together. Even like me, somebody who is kind of a hermit, like I'm so ready to get the F out of the house, and I don't normally leave the house anyway. So to work in a productive manner and really, really, really hammer in this discipline, this process, because it is life changing. It is, I mean, there could be no more beneficial work that you could ever do in your life, because your entire life stems from this. So there's nothing more important at all. Okay, we have a super chat. Appreciate you. Internet, thank you so much. I appreciate you. She says, I manifested my SP, but it's moving fast. He's already looking at houses and we've been dating too much. Should I slow down or keep at this speed? Obviously you're not ready for it, because you wouldn't be asking if you were comfortable with the pace it's going. This is something that I've mentioned Shallon before. Shallon's a YouTuber that I follow, Shallon Lester. She talks about relationships moving too fast, and saying that, you know, even if it's like, it's a relationship, so it feels good, but she's like, even like, you know, being in a nice car on a joyride is not fun if you're going like 150 miles an hour. It's scary, right? It's unnerving. So, I mean, maybe for some speed junkies, it's fun, but it's the unnervingness of it that makes it fun for them. So there is that level of like, this is really fucking dangerous. And that's kind of what I think you're picking up on in yourself, is just like the same, right? So just start intending that we have everything's going at the right pace. I feel super comfortable about this. We're moving along exactly the way I want. I'm driving the ship. This is my idea. I'm in control. We're moving at an absolute normal, acceptable pace. Again, I'm super comfortable with this. This is exactly the way I want it to go, or it's going exactly the way I want it to go, which is comfortable. And we're taking our time and we're getting to know each other, and it's really beautiful. You kind of have to work that story in, no matter how fast it feels like you're going in your mind. Oh, I like this leisurely pace. We're taking a really nice, even pace here. This is going exactly the way I want it to go, even when it feels unnerving. And that's, I mean, when I was doing that, I felt like I was calming my own anxiety, which I kind of was, the coffee anyways. But like, that's kind of how I calm anxiety, is like, no, this is fine. Everything's good. We're all good here. This feels great. Like, just trying to like talk yourself out of it. I hope that answers your question, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Happy thoughts. Again, thank you so much. Says, how can I get the guy I like to initiate hanging out with me again, to be in a relationship with me, to like me the same way I like him? Well, now he does. So if you are in a reality where you're trying to figure out how to get someone to like you, you're right. You are trying to figure out how to get someone to like you. That's it. That's all it's going to get you. It's not going to get you that person. So you have to be in the reality where this person already likes you. They're the ones chasing you. It's their idea. They've been coming after you or they've been pursuing you the whole time, asking to hang out more and more. He wants to be in a relationship with you. He likes you even more than you like him. You just kind of have to change the language. And if you're noticing that it's anything but that, then you can be sure that you're manifesting anything but that. Again, it is a literal ass mirror. So think about, when you're thinking about your person, how you feel, think about saying those words to yourself in front of a mirror. And that's exactly what you're doing with the universe, okay? Whether it's in your mind, if you're saying it out loud, if it's in your heart, go up to a mirror and say that shit to your own face and see if you like telling that story anymore, okay? Because that's, how can you say that things are working out and live in the end at the same time? It's the same thing. Because if you say things are working out, you're confirming that things are not the way you want them to be yet. No, things are always working out for me. Things always work out for me. It is living in the end, because in my end, things always work out for me. And no matter what it is, it's always working out for me. Things are working out. Yeah, hell yeah, it works out for me. It works out best case scenario. Because things are, if you really want to break this down, if that's what you're doing, things are always working out, aren't they? Aren't they always in motion? Aren't they always happening? They're always working out. So they're always working out for me. If you'd like your very own Everything is Working Out Best Case Scenario t-shirt, you can get that at my website, roxytalks.com. All right, I'm going to do, okay, it's an hour. I'm going to do 3 more questions. All right, let's look at Facebook. If you're asking me how to make your SP less this, more that, less that, it's all the same answer. Change the story. Now they are that, and you didn't have to behave like they are. Nick Hick, is that how you say that? Says, I always wanted Nishik. The H is capital, so I'm confused. Okay. I always wanted to have a certain amount done by the age I am now, and I haven't done most of those things. How do I stop feeling guilty about it? It's just like, I mean, like, why? What good is the guilt doing? How does that help? What emotional payout are you getting from feeling guilty about yourself and beating up on yourself for living life? Look there first. Second of all, realize that we're all late bloomers. I'm 36 and I just got my shit figured out. So just do the stuff. It's never too late. And you need the mindset to like, I can do this and I'm going to be really fucking good. I'm good at it. And it's really fulfilling. I love my life, period. What's next? All right. Heather, thank you. You're so sweet. I love you. Appreciate you. Okay. Okay. Prathusha says, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I always feel like I really want to pronounce everybody's name right. So if I say it wrong, I apologize. Okay, she says, hi, Roxy. Some LOA coaches say that if you think about someone too much, you're suffocating them energetically. Is this true? If so, is persistence doing that? Okay, so you want to think about the quality of the thought. Are you thinking about them in a way that's like, we have a great relationship. I love being around them. They love being around me. We're so happy together. I like them. I respect them. They respect me. Everything's great. Everything's working out like we talked about just a second ago. Or are you thinking, where are they? I want them to love me. How come this? Where are they? I don't like that. I want them to be here. I want my person so bad. Why won't they love me? They're not loving me. How come they did this? What if they did this? What if they said this? How can I have them like this? That is very fucking suffocating. So it's the quality of the thought. And it's not about the fact that you are smothering them energetically. It's about the fact that you're constantly manifesting your reality in every single moment. So if you're always worried about how the person you like isn't around, then you will always be in a reality where the person you like isn't around. Okay. All right. One more question, guys. Make it a good one, please. Shanda says, how do we donate to your teachings? Very kind of you. You can hit this. Okay. All right. This last question. Do you feel, she says, Lindsay says, do you feel like your music manifests? I'm not sure if you mean my personally or music I listen to. Yeah, it does definitely if you allow it. For me, like listening to music is hard because it makes my mind wander. Oh, and then she says the music that I make. Well, I'm actually making, let's just say I'm being very conscious of that while I'm making music and new music is coming out. So yeah. And thank you for asking. Why aren't I verified yet? I don't know. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm too busy working all day. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with, somebody asked me, do I still deal with limiting beliefs myself? Yeah, hell yeah, every single day. Always. I don't think, well, I want to avoid saying this over and over, but I just don't give a fuck. And I don't let that stop me. I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what I think or say. If it doesn't align with me being the most successful version of myself that I can fathom in any given moment, then I'm not allowing myself to think it or feel it or attach to it. And so if a limiting belief or a fear or worry, insecurity, doubt comes up on my mind, I just shut it down and I replace it with something else every single solitary time. I don't let them build up, because just like points accumulate, garbage accumulates, negative emotions accumulate. So I don't let, and thoughts, negative thoughts accumulate. So I don't let them in there at all, because they manifest. And we're always manifesting in every single solitary moment. So I'm not going to let my thoughts wander to a reality where I'm not fucking top of my game ever. Why would I do that? No reason to. There's no payout. Okay. What do I think of fillers and Botox? I just talked about it. I got them in February. If it makes you feel good, fucking do it. Sessions for this month. Was it April? No. I don't even think I have anything in May. So, okay. Actually, this is a good time to kind of talk about this. I'm changing up my structure a lot because what I'm doing now is kind of what I created in the beginning before it got to the level it's at now, and it's just not sustainable. So that's, this course is part of the first thing. So I will be overhauling it. Full transparency, my one-on-one prices are raising. And it's simply because I just don't have the manpower to run this business and continue with things the way they're going. Like I said, I'm working like all day, all night, almost 24 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week. So not to complain, whatever, this is the life I created, but I didn't do it so I would have no free time and never get to hang out and enjoy my life ever either. So that wasn't part of the plan with me. So the SP workshop is becoming automated because that's a big one. That's like a big bottleneck in the business. So that's happening now. You'll still be able to chat with me on a group chat once a month. We will be doing twice a month masterminds. So it's going to be 6 people, a 6-person group. We'll get together on a Zoom chat and we're just going to like talk about shit, talk about big ideas, maybe manifest for each other, talk about what's working, talk about, I already said ideas. Anyways, expanding our knowledge, just really going deep with it. I really enjoy being able to like talk to people about stuff that's not like, not that I don't, obviously I would love helping people with their relationships, but I like to talk to people about stuff that's also, mentally stimulating in a different way and helps me expand my ideas. So the masterminds will be happening twice a month now. And then also I'm going to be doing a bi-monthly webinar type thing, and they're going to be $35 a piece to get in. So it's going to be accessible for people, and it'll be more of more kind of like condensed version of this, where people will be able to have more kind of personal time and actual like one-on-one answers, and you'll have access to the recordings so you can kind of like keep them, and like there'll be special stuff anyway. So things are going to be changing. Just so you guys know, if you want to get it in on my calendar now before shit changes, I would suggest doing that because it's going to be changing very soon and it's already booked through May. So if you want to talk to me, if you think you're going to need it in a couple months or would want it, I would say get on it now. But it's okay. It's still, we're growing and we're just adapting to it. We're almost at 30K, guys. We got here really fast. So I appreciate everybody. I love you guys. And oh, they're saying hi to you. You have fans. She looks good up there. You're beautiful. Changing. You can also sign up for the new workshop. If you want to get on my mailing list so you can find out about the masterminds and the new webinars that I'm going to be hosting, you can get on those. Go join my mailing list to get on that for more information. That's at roxytalks.com. You can also get merch, and I have a podcast there. It's on my website. New merch is coming too. I'm really excited about the new merch. And dogs and cats. Yes, I have 2 dogs and a cat. And she is the boss. She's the mean one, if you can't tell. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Love you. Someone says the cat is so smart. Yeah, this cat, she's way too smart for her own good. She like fully understands English. She doesn't speak it though, which would be a lot easier. She does understand it, but she doesn't know how to speak it back to me. Anyways, love you guys. Oh, did I make the chill source special? Okay, let's talk about chill source specs real fast, guys. Okay, so my brother-in-law, my husband was going to draw it. Then his brother decided he was going to draw it. His brother ended up drawing like a fucking masterpiece, like realistic looking T-Rex. And I was like, I was kind of just going for like a cartoon outline. So then I was going to ask you guys, oh, they said you look scary. She does kind of look mean sometimes. She is kind of mean sometimes. She's cuddly, but only when she wants to be. Fudge, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Chillosaurus Rex merch. I was picturing it being like a cute like dinosaur, like just like a cartoon. Or do we want something like artistic? Like where are you guys is where's your head at as far as like the style of it goes? Just out of curiosity before we head out, because I know there's a lot of cartoon. Okay, yeah, I thought so too. I could still we could still put up his art. Maybe we could sell it in like a poster form or something, because it's really cool. It's just like, okay, yeah, because I wanted to have sunglasses also. So yeah, so I think we're gonna go with the cartoon, but I can post the art because it was like so good. It was like just like ripples in its skin and stuff. It was like all different colors. I was like, damn, that's fucking really advanced. Okay. Anyways, okay, cartoon. Everyone says cartoon. Okay, cool. Okay. Other question. Do you guys want it like this? Or do we want it like the big on the front? Oh, I got my shirt. My shirt. Oh, like a big one on the front? Or you want like a little one on the front and like a big one on the back? How do you guys want that? Don't forget about moon signature. What's that? Okay, maybe make the realistic one a cool poster. I like that idea. Big centerpiece. Okay. Make a big and a small one. Okay. Okay, I can do. How about we'll do both. We'll do a little one and a big. Like, so this one's called Smally Bigs. This is what I call it, because I wanted to call it Biggie Smalls, but Teespring would not publish my listings. I think they thought I was trying to sell pictures or t-shirts of Biggie Smalls. So this is called the Smally Bigs style. So I'll do Smally Bigs, and then the other style I call Belly Badge, like a Care Bear. So I'll do a Belly Badge style with the big T-Rex on the front, and then we'll do one with a small one on the front and a big one on the back. Does that sound good? Black Moon Society keychain. Okay. I think for the keychains, I have to order them. Like most of the stuff is print on demand, but I think for things like keychains and buttons, I have to order like 100 up front. I don't know if we're there. I don't know if we're selling 100 keychains yet. So, yeah. Okay. Brenda got access to the course. Awesome. Okay. Yes. Big and small. Big and small. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right. So I'll get that the Chillosaurus Rex is coming. I have another. I can't talk about it yet because I don't like to talk about things until they're ready, just in case, whatever. But anyways, new merch is coming. The Affirmations album is coming next week. It's going to be really fucking awesome. Malachi and I spent a lot of time really like writing these songs or like writing them, like actually creating the music. So it's not just like a track I purchased online. Like these are fully like written meditation tracks with specific frequencies and the connection that they provide in mind when we made them. So that'll be out next week. You guys don't look like a tattoo. All right, we'll see what's going on with the thing is, I'm not the best like drawing artist. I'm all right, but my husband and his brother are really good. But yeah, we'll see. Gotta make having someone else do something for me is always really easy for me. Black Moon pens. Ooh, I like them. Okay. The other thing about the merch, I'm just kind of limited on it because I have to go through Teespring because I decided that I had to have the one with the YouTube shelf. Like when I saw that you could put your merch like under your YouTube, I was like, I will have that. So that's why I go through Teespring, not that they're not great or whatever. It's just, they have their limitations, but maybe that's the narcissist in me. I don't know. I just want to I like the merch at the bottom of my videos. So we're sticking with Teespring for now. And so I'm kind of again, I'm limited to what they have, but they do have a lot of options. So there's new stuff coming. Sorry, I'm trying to stay focused. I can't sleep. New SP workshop is coming out. Yeah, YouTubers use Fanjoy too, but Teespring is the only one that lets you have the shelf underneath your videos. So that's why I do it. And if they, until they integrate another merch company to have the things underneath the videos, I probably will stick with it. Jessica, you're so sweet. Thank you, doll. I appreciate you saying that, and I'm happy to be here on the journey with you. Yeah, scripting journals is definitely something I'm looking into. That's definitely okay. Okay, all right, guys. I appreciate everybody. You guys are very sweet. I'm so Jim, tattoo is not healthy. Oh, you're on the wrong channel. Bye. Okay. We're fucking 15 years too late for that. Okay. All right, guys. I love everybody. Appreciate you. See you next week. Guess what's coming this week? The outdoor videos are back. Your absolute favorite. Again, I have brand new sunglasses because the last time everybody loved my sunglasses so much because they're prescription, right? So I ordered another couple pairs just specifically so I could go out my backyard and film more videos wearing sunglasses. So, and yeah, that's happening this week. Next week we'll have the affirmations album. Better be out. For the love of God, it better be out next week. And you can also join the SP, the Manifest a Specific Person workshop. The new automated version is completely live. You can join right now and get the information today. Begin working on your relationship today and manifesting your situation the way you need it to be. I do have a podcast, roxytalks.com. Also merch and other shit. If you want to talk to me one-on-one before the changes are made, get on my calendar now. And yes, it is booked till May. And you probably will have to book into June, but that's why I'm changing things because it's so far out. It's getting impractical at this point. So appreciate you guys. Love you all. Thank you guys. And I will see you next week and tomorrow and on all the chats this week, but also for Mindset Monday next week. Yeah, I think, thanks. Appreciate you guys. Janet, thanks. Glad you like the tough love. It's real. It's from the heart. It's real tough sometimes. But love you guys. You can do this. I believe in you. You're all doing really great. Where the sunglasses from there from Zenny Optical. I always get my prescription sunglasses from them. Shout out Zenny. Okay. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon. Go forth and prosper. You are amazing. Bye. Bye.